Okay. I'd like to pick up this armor, please and thank you. And I do think it is time to be the change we want to see in the world. I mean, the damage on that broadaxe is lovely, but I think we're gonna have to say goodbye to you for now, my friend. So I think this is gonna be the change. Especially since I can just immediately enchant this up full. Not quite fully. Close. But let us see where this leaves us. Definitely slightly more competent in the defensive department. 38 armor class. Not too shabby. Did have to sacrifice some of our resistances here. So yeah, willpower not looking quite as good as I would care for. If I can get a cloak of willpower, that is probably my best bet out of anything. Just because we no longer need the resist poison from our cloak now that that's on our armor. We could, I guess, even get slightly more AC with the helmet change up to 42. Not too shabby. I just have to remember that we are no longer in that great of a position when it comes to willpower. We can just keep that cooking at the back of our brain. We'll be okay here. Resistances in general actually better than they've ever been, so that's nice. Not sure, we'll pick all this up while we're at it. Be slightly aware of how much I'm just mass tabbing into combat here. Let's be cognizant and careful about that, Torinski, if at all possible. And by some miracle, we have mostly done it. You know, we still have obviously a ways to go on our overall journey here, but just the fact that we got into depths 2 is way more of an achievement than it normally is. And quite the crew to meet us as well. Look at these new defenses. Just rip-roaring our way through. Okay, we get the tome. That was something I was concerned about for sure. And then with the rest of you, let's actually backtrack here just slightly, shall we? Back to our stairwell we go, and then if we can see what we can safely engage with from an appreciable distance here. Fantastic. You as well, my iron friend. And not too shabby. Slow and steady, baby. Slow and steady. Ooh-wee. We have fun here. Well, we at least get a nice amount of treasure to sift through here. No, so far, not looking like a whole lot in our favor, unfortunately. Is what it is, though. And that is the Nightmare Depths 2. Cleared out. Holy. So that also did bring us an Abyss entrance now. So we're no longer completely cut off from progression, even if we do find ourselves in another rough and tough spot. Bit of confusion. Holy moly. And starting to get to that be slightly more cautious point. Because I am just horrible for to rushing in here. I mean, Serpent Slash also very useful for just quickly killing off enemies with the whirlwind approach. Not too shabby. Kind of decided last minute to, instead of run away, instead attack full force. Ah. That was one of you, I'm guessing, that got a torment off. Agony. 7% chance? Is that true? My body's reacting to pain. You passed a 7%. You know what? good on you, honestly. I'm very impressed. Okay, take you upstairs. Remove your haste. Kill you. Actually using Quicksilver for its utility purpose there. Now that is a rarity on our streams here. I feel like I pretty much, without fail, forget that it's even a thing in the first place. And usually am using it almost interchangeably with like what Wand of Acid used to be, which was just solid damage. Which I guess discounts the entirety of corrosion effect on the Wand of Acid, but nonetheless is what it is. Okay, this Mark Trap. Ooh, and I got Curaried. I have to hold on to my Serpent Slash for the time being. Holy kiddos. I mean, most of you are just summons, I guess, so that's nice. One day this Mark Trap will wear off. Speak of the devil. Do I try one more time? Please land me by a stairwell if you could be so kind. And the mark is still active. That's the real kicker here. Is that this entire time, even though we're teleporting, we're immediately running into more trouble. Oh, Flayed Ghost. Okay. Please, just let me make it to this stairwell. Oh boy, that was a wild turn of events. Burned through a whole lot of teleport scrolls just to barely escape the skin of our teeth here. But hopefully we're in a slightly better position. At the very least, enemies are spread out. We're engaging ye old Kick the Hornet's Nest protocol. So hopefully that at least simplifies some of these encounters slightly. Get some free hits on you, my friend. And get some free hits on these sons of guns as well. Kind of forgot Rampage was a thing. Rampaging you. And holy moly, we did get a +5 Broadaxe of draining? You don't say. Well, I think that could replace our War Axe of Electrocution. 35 damage rating versus 34, but the drain will be much more useful. So, okay, Jianxi, I'll take care of you first and foremost. Could I please just get past all of y'all? Brain summoning another brain is wild, by the way. I don't know if I've seen that in recent memory. And there... oh, holy moly. Back to our double Broadaxe strategy, this time with draining at our disposal. Should be a useful tool here. And otherwise, I guess we're just back to regular exploration. After fighting for our life just over and over again, it feels weird whenever we return to even the slightest modicum of regularity. You, my friend, Quicksilver Dragon, you I should try to separate a bit. Fantastic. Hey Sif, how's it going, my friend? One day we'll be back for you. Still need that Sif Muno win. And, okay, I need to kill this vampire mage as soon as possible. So what I think I'll do is actually step in here, step out here, and try to get rid of those summons. Beautiful. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm killing. Oh, yikes. Hellefont? You, I'm not really prepared to deal with, my friend. I don't have any more blinking. Oh no. What's your range? It's 5. So, what you're saying is that I need to bring you back there, hope that your blinks continue to just take you further from me. And Flayed Ghost, flay me all you'd like, my friend. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. All these out-of-depth enemies. I guess it's to be expected with this kind of fortress approach, but doesn't make me any more happy to see them here. I guess the Hellefont, well, being poorly timed there, coming at just the end of an already close encounter. We should be able to test our metal against them, because if we're going Abyss for our 3rd rune, there's a pretty good chance that we will run into one of those Sons of Guns on Natural. Got excited by the Ring of Willpower before I remembered that that is not an option for us here. Peace was never an option. There we go. Willpower minus again. Non-enchanted armor. I mean, it's not actually good at all, but anytime I see regen on a chest piece, I have to get, you know, a little bit excited, because I am a big fan of the regen brand, of course. What do I do with you, invisible Sons of Guns? Besides, one option is to do that at least. No, you blink next to me, you son of a gun. No idea how low they are. I'm definitely a little bit worse for wear. I could get my free steps in and just try to use them to kill one of you. Alternatively, I guess Quicksilver gets rid of invisibility. I should have thought about that earlier. Right, we cannot slash out at invisible enemies, so that is a concern. That is, in fact, slight sore spot, slight issue for us here. But we can go down here and hope that this hits. Then we can at least take a look at you. 43 with your sword, and then you have your bite. Sword, most of that damage should be mitigated by our armor. Is what I was going for there. Oh, man. Don't know if Constriction Wand was actually my best bet there. I should have stopped, dropped, and rolled. At least think about my choices before jumping headfirst into something. I'm now curious if butterflies will have a negative interaction with this constricted enemy. If it does its normal thing and pushes them back from us, we're happy campers. If it doesn't, we're maybe in trouble. It does. Okay, read a teleport. Keep swapping places. Read a teleport. Something misses our butterfly. Okay, still not us. That's good. For this moment in time, we are still safe, still alive. Oh boy. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, so I have to kill you one at a time or just a little bit faster. One at a time, it is. Beautiful. Glad we could come to a little bit of an arrangement there. And, oops, let me just quaff these sons of guns immediately. In fact, you know what, I'm happy with that. And probably just more of the same. Yeah, more health, more throwing. Potion of invisibility? I mean, we saw how effective it is against us, but unfortunately that's not always a reflective trait. There we go, auto pickup was off, my bad. Holy moly, this depths has been an endeavor. And that's just to say the least here. Close the gap to you. See, this is what it should be like. We should be just rampaging our way through, free to live our lives the way we were meant to be. Even this is much more normal and up to our speed. Beautiful. Probably shouldn't be spamming tab, but now that we're at slightly better defenses, I'm feeling more comfortable about it. As long as we don't have kind of bad combinations of enemies, we should be okay. And now if you kiddos could just come with me, and you'll see a world of pure conflagration. Not quite, but maybe one day if we get these it's not ignition scrolls, is it? It's immolation scrolls, of course. It's the other catch yourself on fire terminology. But not too shabby. Much more doable here. It's a bit of a load off. You know, just in time probably for this to give me a healthy, or rather, more accurately, an unhealthy layer of hubris on top of my existing mental faculties or lack therein. But hey, we'll see. Oh, right. Kind of forgot that we were at the end here. Holy moly. How about that, folks? The end of depths, I should say. Let's not get overly excited yet. Not quite ready for that. Something tried to do something or another? Well, let's just ignore that. And do you want Juggernaut? Yeah, I'm glad that we decided to stick out on that one. Okay, well, what else do we wish to do, kiddos? I could just turn on fighting, Axe's armor, and dodging for the rest of the game, I guess. Oh, throwing. Okay, throwing and fighting. These are safe to have on in the background because they benefit pretty highly all the way up until max. A bit less benefit from just training pure axes, but still not a horrible idea, I guess. I could train more dodging. We're in very heavy armor, so it's a bit counterintuitive, but in that same token, it shores up one of our current kind of weaknesses, right? The lack of evasion. Oh, I should use this enchant armor right away, and that frees up a slot. Fantastic. Holy moly. And then, yeah, I guess this is about the time, even kind of slightly past the time when we'd normally do it, but this is the time that we should probably start thinking about our future. Specifically, what third rune do we want to go for? We talked briefly about the idea of the Abyss. You know, we're a sword and board fighter. We don't have regen, which makes me less inclined to go into the Abyss. Alternatively, slime? I mean, getting surrounded by slimes is not good. Don't have resist corrosion kind of innately here either, unfortunately. Because the last option, of course, is vaults. Normally, on a melee character, I prefer not to do vaults in a 3-rune run, at least. But even if you do perform it on a melee character, normally the tried and true strat is to actually teleport yourself off into a corner somewhere and deal with the floor slowly from the outside in, instead of just standing your ground on the stairwell. But with Heavenly Storm, we feel a little bit differently about this. It obscures vision from outside the storm, so we're stuck with enemies that pretty much all the enemies we're just hitting, you know, another layer beyond that, but that's neither here nor there. So there's a bit more potential for that approach. I mean, at the end of the day, how different is Vaults 5 from the Depths 2 that we saw, for example? Pretty much the same difficulty level, same scary enemies bearing down on me from every single direction, and this time, we're in a much better defensive position, at least in terms of just base stats. So you're saying there's a chance. I'm curious if Heavenly Storm kind of contradicts the use of like the Gravitambourine, because they can't target far enough for it to be as useful as I would like. But that might be fine. Take me to Vaults. Let us, I think, try this out. Regardless of what happens, it will be a learning experience just to see how Wu Jian fares in the Vaults. Because in theory... kind of forgot about these two as well. Well, that worked out that they weren't both next to us. Can I fight for Frederick? I mean, we have the damage output to potentially get away with it. I would like to probably come down a different stairwell, though. Let's start there, shall we? Essentially, I don't want to give Frederick the free hit because they will get the protection proc off of their weapon. So if we can instead kind of deal with them more in our own speed, in our own time, then that might be the best option. Man, Vaults feels so much better coming back to it after all this time. Holy moly. Perfect. More haste is really nice to see because we will likely be burning through those Sons of Guns to do the Vaults 5 clear, if I had to guess. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Potentially the first trip down actually kicks off fortuitously. You are affected by silence. I'm tempted to just silence your ass. Let's see how much damage we do first and foremost. No Spellforge Servitor for you, my friend. I'm pretty sure we beat you in straight up martial combat. Not too shabby at all. And that should be the scariest part of this floor taken care of. Of course, no promises, especially if we just face against ranged enemy after ranged enemy, but overall, nothing we can't handle, or so it would seem. Oh, Zenata. Oh my gosh. Named uniques up the wazoo. Oh, that's also a new enemy. Okay, let's chill here for a moment. Or no, they just got... The Formless Jellyfish just got a new, Avatar is the word that's coming to mind. Sprite, though. Sprite was what I was actually trying to recall. Not too shabby. You had a Vampiric Executioner's Axe? Holy moly, Zenata. Chill. Well, good thing I didn't check that out beforehand. I would have been much more afraid for our lives. Holy moly. But now for real, is this the end? No more uniques? We already ran into Boris, so we know that you're not showing your mug anytime soon, my lich friend. You son of a lich. And for real, just about there. Give it a moment. Give it a brief moment here as we slice and dice our way through. Fantastic. And there it is. Holy moly. Oh, one straggler. Hello, my friend. Let's not step on the stairs yet. A new form, indeed. Ironic, really, for the formless jellyfish. I like it. But we're probably going to haste and might up, and then just try to see if we can't rampage. I'm nervous, man. We ever grab tambourine? Haste might. I don't really want to step off the stairs, but I'm going to at least once. Then we can serpent slash back onto it, getting a decent number of slashes in the mix. In fact, we can just clear out all of the regular vault guards extremely quickly. Am I going to even get the chance to Heavenly Storm? I guess here come the cavalry. 9% chance for paralyze. It's not horrible. It's not perfect either. And oh, this dragon could actually be a problem for us. But here's where we could still Heavenly Storm. Main purpose, besides a little bit of safety and security, is it gets rid of this dang invisibility. I guess alternatively, I can hit you with one of those. And as much as I'd like to kind of focus ahead, let's go with that. We do feel more experienced. Fantastic. And then, man, this is actually putting us in a slightly rough spot because I want to take advantage of our potion buffs fully, but I also don't want to overstay our welcome. So we're trying to just toe that line as best we can. Okay. That's a decent go at it here. Can't really move. Oh, and what the heck are you, friend? An undying armory? Swirling tempest of souls and steel. Oh, that is interesting. 3 hits for 27 each. Okay. That's not too bad. You do bestow arms, though. Magical weapon. Supplied to enemies around them. And the flashing balestra here. And then dueling independently. Oh, cool. They have like a spiritual weapon. Is a spiritual weapon? What's that? What's that ego? That lets it operate autonomously? Cannot recall off the top of my head here. But you know what? I will actually rampage this way, rampage that way. Fast and slow. Spectral. Thank you, Screw. I appreciate it. That is exactly what I was going for. Okay. I wonder how many turns we have left on our fancy potions here, because I would like to reset. I guess Heavenly Storming now does actually get rid of the slow because it blocks the snail from our purview. So that's not horrible. Really, honestly, we can probably afford to spend another charge of full potions here. So, with that in mind, I will retreat. Let's go for just a full heal. I think it's about time that we did so. And then I think it is worth hasting again. I'm slightly concerned that all the enemies are going to have wandered off, and then we're going to be throwing a lot of consumables at nothing. Never mind. Heavenly Storm it is. Okay. Kill the snail as soon as we possibly can. That's a good start. And then we're watching our bonuses go up and up and up. I don't know why we actually gain full sight. I guess just the lay of the land, how the charges end up there, or the heavenly clouds, I should say. And as long as we keep fighting, Heavenly Storm will continue to rage. At least to maybe just to a certain extent, because it did end there. Holy moly, folks. Let's try that again. I'd actually like to boomerang our Eden friends here. Just soften them up as they make their approach. And otherwise, nothing we can't handle. Looks like we are out of the woods when it comes to needing the haste and might. And we're ready to face the world.